Michelle, tell me what it is that you really like about property management.
So far I've been in property management for a short period, but I'm enjoying sort of the contact with the tenants and finding them a home to live in, and obviously the satisfaction to the landlords with their investment property and securing them a tenant and things like that.
Cool. What are the tools that First National provides or that you have in your office that really work well for you? What makes a difference in terms of the tools that you use to run the business?
The tools that we use obviously would be all our software as far as Utopia and sending out our message alerts. At our open for inspections we ask every potential tenant that comes through if they'd like to come onto our alert system, so we can then obviously direct them onto another property if that one isn't suitable.
And I've just heard Janet talking about quality assurance. You work quite hard with quality assurance in your office?
We are massive on our quality assurance, yes, and our procedures and sticking to them and making sure that they work quite smoothly throughout the company, so that each person sort of works the same way.
Okay. Yeah. So for somebody who thinks that quality assurance is just more paperwork, what is the real value of it?
Sometimes it can feel like more paperwork. I guess the value of it is that when you have a new team member join the company, that obviously you can show them those procedures and that they can too start to run the same way that we are already running within the business.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Great. Okay, I've got Linda here with me. Linda, we're just talking about property management.
Yes.
What do you really love about property management?
It's very exciting. There is a lot of stress involved, but I think I live on stress because I'm a stress ball. I live on adrenaline, which of course property management is full of.
Yep.
I just love the different variations of things when it comes to tenants.
That's okay. All right. What are the tools that really make property management work for you? How do you keep property management working and stop it actually being seriously stressful as opposed to fun stressful?
Yeah. Time management, very, very important. I make sure I do have a lunch break. Most property managers don't. Yep. And I think that's very, very important.
Yep.
You need that time to break away, get a clear head, go back and start again. And communicating with your landlords, make sure you're always speaking with them.
Yep.
Tell the tenants, when you're speaking with tenants with regards to maintenance issues, make sure you're clear in what the problems are.
Yep.
So when you go to the landlord, they know exactly what's wrong with the property.
Yep.
And communication on both sides, basically.
Cool. Which of the First National tools do you find the most useful for property management?
We use Utopia. We do use the newsletter, which we've just started to use, which we find is fabulous.
Good.
We do have another lady in the office who does cover most of that. She's a separate lady, Catherine, and she's just fabulous. But we do use most of the tools that First National provide, and it's great.
That's great. And how are you finding the conference so far?
Fabulous.
Good.
Absolutely fabulous. It is very informative. I can't wait for tonight. Tonight's going to be great. But just meeting all the people from throughout Australia that I've spoken to on Facebook, and it's just been great. Just fabulous.
Yes. Thanks for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you.
I've got Louise with me here from New South Wales. Louise, what do you really love about property management?
I love how each day can be so different, and when you do something that's just amazing that you didn't think you were going to do, and you get it done, and it's just the best feeling.
Like what? What's something that makes you feel really good that you get done?
I really enjoy the legal side of property management, so anything at tribunal I really, really like. So I know, crazy. I'm studying law at the moment, so
fantastic.
I really get a kick out of going to tribunal and knowing what the law is and being able to inform my landlords this is probably what the outcome is going to be.
Yep.
And when it's right, it's great.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And what tools work really well for you in property management? What makes your property management life easier?
Okay, I'm a bit of a tech geek, so anything iPad, iPhone, internet, love it all. Great. SMSing, anything like that. Even we're actually looking at incorporating videos into our property management.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's good. So video's not anything to be scared of?
No. If you're on the other end, maybe. Not so much on this side.
So what have you liked about the property management conference so far?
Look, you have to say the networking. I mean, there's so many people from so many different areas. We're a small country town, so we don't often get to talk to other people in different sort of circumstances. So it's great to network with everyone, and fun atmosphere. It's great.
That's good. Fantastic. Thanks very much.
I've
got Janelle with me. Janelle, tell me what you really like about property management.
I like the relationship that you can form between both your landlords and your tenants, and the fact that you can actually have good quality tenants if you understand what they're looking for and treat them just like you would in a sales process from a buyer characteristic. Understand your tenants, where they want to go, what they want to do. Happy landlords, happy tenants.
Easy.
Yep.
So it's all about happy relationships with people.
But it's all about understanding what they want first,
Yep.
you know, and being able to understand their requirements, and then making sure that you meet those requirements and putting them in the right place. You know, that could be a landlord. You know, what are his priorities based on, you know, is it an investment property? Does he need to spend money? Does he not need to spend money? That's going to impact the way that you manage him as a landlord, you know. So it's understanding each one of those and trying to integrate them all together to get a good outcome.
Cool. So what are the tools that really work best for you in making property management easy?
Do you mean technology or process?
Any tool, any process.
I'm not convinced there's a technology tool out there that does it right yet. However, I do know that we've got a good database for our landlords and our tenants, and a good trust accounting system that is combined. But what I struggle with is my landlords become sellers. They also can become buyers, and there is no way to have that seamless transparency if you're coming from different divisions. So you kind of got to treat everybody the same regardless. From a systems point of view, we probably use a lot of the old traditional methodologies of property management. You know, your maintenance book. We don't automate that yet, and we also are at a point where it's kind of getting down to the checklist, the policies, the process, the procedures, and looking what you can automate. Some things you can, some things you can't, but you still want to provide that good old-fashioned service. So, and also the automation of follow-up and closing and, you know, the loops and things like that. I find that's quite challenging with staff. You know, the accountability, you know, they do something, they get action, but it's, you know, you can have as many checklists and policies and procedures in place, but it's closing the loop and making sure that gets done. And I don't think you can fix that overnight, but that's one of probably the biggest challenges, and the fact there is no technology to solve the problem yet.
No, there isn't. And what have you liked about the Property Management Conference so far?
I didn't mind the... I just went to the Aguilasaurus session. That was good. It was good understanding the techniques, but and I think knowing where to find people within the network, like who does what, to be able to then help me build my business. Whereas I probably wasn't visible to that before. So it's about knowing what they all do and what I can leverage and where I need to go to get access to fix things or do things better.
Cool. That's great. Thank you. Okay, I've got Dorothy with me, who is one of our absolute legends in property management. Dot, what do you really love about property management?
The challenge. Every day it's a different challenge. Every day it's something different. And facilitating change in people's lives, it's always very rewarding.
It's a big picture answer. That's good. What are the tools that make property management really work for you? What are the tools and processes and things that you use in a nutshell? What are the things that make it easiest?
I'd have to say one of the biggest tools we're using at the moment is Utopia in our business, and that has changed the way we do business in property management. I hear a lot of officers are using it in sales, and I think that's a mistake. I think they really need to look at it for their property management department, because it has changed the way we do business in our property management department.
Cool. And what do you like best about property management conferences? Apart from being able to get up and share all your fabulous experience, what do you get out of it?
I love the people. I love the girls. I love their passion. I love talking to them about what they're doing and what they need as far as what they want in their training and just their passion. I just love the passion. It's wonderful.
That's great. Thank you. Okay, I've got Desiree and Kelly here from our Frampton's office in Alice Springs. So tell me, what do you girls like best about property management?
Well, it keeps us very busy all the time. So, yeah, at least when we get to work at 8:30, we know we're walking out the door in a few hours later because it goes so fast. So
really fast, It's really, really busy. I like it.
Cool. And what are the tools and processes and things that you use? What are the things that really make it easiest for you? What are the things that make it work?
Policies and procedures, making sure everything's in place. So, and delegating a lot of our stuff because we do have quite big portfolios. So, being able to get assistance and everything from our PMAs is really good as well. So, we have a great, strong little team in Alice, so it's good.
That's great.
She covered it all.
And you are in a one office, one town. How does it work do you work closely with sales in property management?
Yes, and no.
Yeah.
We do a fair bit. Sales has, obviously backed off a little bit in the last year.
Sure.
So for property management,
a bit more important then?
We have gotten a lot of properties coming from sales over to our portfolio. So we are working quite closely with our owners in sales.
Okay.
So
it's about that up and down, yeah?
Yeah.
Balancing that out. And what have you girls liked about the property management conference so far?
The best bit so far, I reckon, is the 20 mistakes this morning. Yeah, got a lot out of that.
Yeah, she's terrific, isn't she?
Yeah, she's excellent. So, I think that's been the bonus so far. But no, it's been a really good day.
Good.
So,
Good.
Lots of fun.
Lots of other people.
Yes. Yeah, that's always a bonus as well, meeting all the new other people from the national conference. So, yeah.
That's great. Thanks very much. Thank you. Right. Okay, I'm here with Doug. Doug's one of the principals attending the First National Conference in Property Management. Doug, why are you here as a principal?
I've just started up a property management, and it's about 12 years since I've done property management, and I decided that I'd come down, and you've got to lead by example, so I thought it'd be an ideal opportunity to come down.
So with all your experience, you're actually a newbie. You're going back to the beginning.
I'm an old newbie.
And what do you like about property management? Why did you decide to get back into property management?
Well, it's the goodwill side of it. I have had 5 years where I couldn't do property management, and in the tough times that we're having at the moment, it saves you. I mean, you've got a regular income coming in every week, so or every month. So
it's a business that keeps on going. Yeah,
that's right, and it's your goodwill.
Yeah. So, what tools and processes do you use at the moment for property management that are really working for you, or what do you think is going to make a real difference?
Look, I started from scratch about 20 years ago, property management, and with the way legislations go, you've got to change, and there's just so many different. But the thing I like about what we've seen today and what I've seen through First National is your IT side of it.
Yep.
You know, it just saves so much work, which allows you to concentrate on your policies and procedures and communications, which is probably the most important part of property management. So,
cool.
Yeah.
So what have you liked about the property management conference so far, apart from the fact that there's about 10 women to every bloke in the room?
Well, I'm feeling a bit out of sources. Look, I've just learned so much in the sessions that I've just been to, and it's showing me direction on where I want to go and how I want to do things, and with the likes of Dot, who's brilliant,
she is brilliant,
and her policies and that are great. And I'm a policies man and procedures man. You've got to be to have a successful agency, I think. So. I think everyone should come here and just listen to what is being given out, and that's part of I suppose First National. But it's just so great, and they don't hold back.
No, that's good.
And you can share it with everyone. And
absolutely,
that's the beauty.
It is.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks very much, Doug.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right.
I'm here with Karen from New South Wales. Karen, what do you like about property management?
Oh, I've been doing it for 15 years now. It'd be hard to say. I guess meeting new people, placing them in the right property, getting that satisfaction out of knowing that they love living there. Makes you feel good.
That's good. And what are the processes and tools that you use that make property management really work for you?
Systems and procedures. I have a checklist for my checklist, and I think after 15 years, it's true. And after 15 years, you've got to make changes, and you've got to constantly evolve and change things around until you get it right. And then 6 months later, you might have a new staff member start or take on new properties, and that doesn't work anymore, so you change it again. So it's just about constantly changing and making things work for you.
And what are the First National tools that you think are the best for property management?
I love Utopia. I've just learnt a lot today about being a local hero, so I'm going to utilise that when I get back to the office. Yep. Gateway, of course, with all the training and things like that. I've been lucky enough to do some of the online training down here. That's probably the best ones for me.
Cool. And what have you liked about the property management conference?